like a ball.
So let's get started. So the first thing you got to do, right, is the most important thing when it comes to flirting with a guy is to become aware of your countertransference. Countertransference is when you have any emotions, like for example, like when you, let's say your father abandoned you, right? And so you have any negative emotion towards your father. So then when you meet a guy, then that desire to find fulfillment will be transferred onto the guy. So you act more needy, you get attached more often. Or let's say that a guy hurt you, one guy hurt you and he betrayed you. So then you're gonna begin to transfer those emotions onto every guy. What tends to happen, by the way, this is a garden. It's one of the most beautiful gardens I've ever been in New York City. So what tends to happen is that you're gonna begin attributing those negative emotions to every single guy. And so you're gonna have resistance, you're gonna have walls up, and so guys are gonna feel like there is a subtle negative energy emanating for you. And so that's gonna mess up the way you vibe with a guy. You're not gonna be able to vibe, and as a result, you're not gonna be able to flirt as efficiently as you can. Second thing, do not argue. Okay, right now we're talking about the prevention, the things that fuck up your flirting. Don't argue. Don't talk about politics. Don't bring up any defensive topic. Why? I'm not saying that I'm not saying that it's wrong to talk about the things you care about. But if you want to flirt with a guy, argument should be thrown out the window. I think it's your left brain and your right brain, but the part that has logic, which is your prefrontal cortex, I think so. You gotta throw that out, because when you're flirting, it's more free flowing. You're not thinking, you're just going with the moment. And so if you have an argument, I could tell you that every time I argue with a woman on a date, it never went well. It never went well.
By the way, if you're in Bushwick and you want to attend my meditation group where we meditate together and you guys can meet people who have a similar interest to you, you guys can click on the description down below, and we're having a meditation meetup, a meditation circle on November 6th and other times, to be honest with you, not just November 6th. Click on the description down below where it says join the group. You can either WhatsApp me or hit me up on Instagram and I'll send you the information.
The third thing, be contradicting. If you know that you have a crazy trait, such as doing like drugs, you know, like let's say you have a crazy trait about you, like if you do drugs or being extra slutty per se, right? Make sure to give the appearance of the good girl, because if you don't, he'll see you too sexual, and it'll be difficult for him to revert from thinking of you as a sexual being, right? A lot of women struggle with this because they're either too sexual or not sexual at all. Right? So there's a sweet spot that you can hit by simply showing your socially acceptable side first, and then dropping hints of your sexuality from time to time. This will absolutely intrigue the guy and make him want to know you more. The fourth thing, hone in on the emotion of fun. All right? A lot of the times you try to be fun by thinking of trying to say things that are fun. Don't do that. Rather than doing that, I want you to think about times when you had fun. I want you to think about things that you know that's fun. For example, like think about someone who you naturally enjoy being around with them. You see, think of someone who you naturally enjoy being around them. And when you're talking to the guy, just think of that. Think of things that are fun for you. What's gonna happen is that rather than forcing the fun, I want you to think about things that are actually fun. Feel the emotion of fun and then allow yourself to flow with that emotion. Don't try to show the emotion, but just feel the emotion and just act. Why? Because then your actions are gonna be animated by that emotion of fun. Suddenly you're gonna be more fun. But the point is to not try to force it. Just feel the emotion of fun, but thinking of scenarios and past events that were actually fun for you, and then just feel it and then act. You don't have to force it because you feel the emotion of fun. You're like, oh, let me be fun now. No, just feel the emotion and then act. Why? Because it'll slip through in your subcommunication. It'll naturally communicate that you feel an emotion of fun. The self is always coming through. Your emotional state is always being reflection in your subtle mannerisms. The fifth thing, bait and set the barrier. I love this one, right? So allow him to go for a kiss. For example, insinuate that you want him to kiss you, right? And then reject them with a flirty smile, like saying, like, you know, you act as though you want him to kiss you, and then he'll go for the kiss and be like, you know, not yet, not yet, not like, oh, don't kiss me, no, don't go like this. I mean, don't go like this. Go like this, right? I'm like, not yet, not yet. Like, you can kiss me some other time, but not now, right? Well, you want to do that because now you know he wants to kiss you, right? Then a few minutes or maybe a few hours later, it doesn't matter. Suddenly, and this girl did this to me. I'm telling you, the reason why I'm telling you guys is because the girl did this to me. And she'll know when she watches this. Suddenly, grab a hold of his head like this and just go for an intense fucking kiss. Kiss him, push him away, and then tell him that's all you get for now. And then back off.
By the way, if you guys are enjoying this video, you could check out my course called Natural Chemistry, which is a course that I made specifically for women who are in relationships and want to improve their relationship. I have, and it's a 30-day money back guaranteed. It's only $97. And I also have another course called The Psychological Game of Attraction, which is for women who are single and who want to learn the game, who want to learn how to meet guys in any situation, how to not mess up the first 3 months. This course is only for women who are single and who want to get their dating, the first phases of dating correct. I'm telling you, this is a fucking course for you, okay? And if you don't like it, you could just get your 30-day money back guarantee, okay? So go check it out. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, you can click on the description down below where it says work with me. Let's continue.
Number 6, balance the way he perceives you. So sometimes you want him to feel as though you don't like him from time to time. I mean, you don't want to send direct signals when you're dating, right? You don't want to send direct signals, especially when you're getting to know the person, right? So you want to send mixed signals. So this is how you do it. Act interested on the date, or act interested when you guys are hanging out, and then be cold over text, right? This will always give you a warm welcoming because he'll see that you're really a nice person. I talked about this the other day, but it works. So you could be very flirty, you could be very playful in person, but when you text, don't be too playful, don't be too animated, don't be too happy. Why? Because he's gonna say, well, is she losing interest? Is she losing interest? Is she losing interest? And then when he meets you, he's gonna realize that it was all an assumption of his own insecurity. I'm telling you, just don't put any LOLs or emoticons when you're texting, and then when you're in person, be very friendly. This really, really works. I'm telling you, man, take my word for it. This really works, all right? Seventh thing, balance the seventh tactics. Use silence. You don't have to answer. So one of my favorite things to do is using silence, because a lot of the times you think that you have to say things in order to get the guy attracted to you. You don't have to answer everything that he says, all right? So from time to time, use silence to create tension and then diffuse it with talking, all right? Allow him to feel a bit insecure so that he could work harder to regain what he lost, which was the natural flow of the conversation, right? So from time to time, when you really just want to mess with him, right, and he asks you a question, just look. Like say, well, so did you hear about that thing that I saw yesterday? And you're just like, Whoa, did you hear about it? No, I didn't. And you just change the topic. You see, like, it's not about just the silence. It's about the I'm fucking with you vibe. You see what I'm saying? The next thing is using pauses. You don't have to respond as soon as you get the question, right? So if he says, so where are you from? You don't have to be like, where are you from? Oh, I'm from California. No, you'd be like, where are you from? Oh. No. Where are you from? California. Like, pausing. You don't have to speed it up. When you're too quick with your responses, it shows neediness. When you slow down your responses, your response rate and the way you speak, it'll naturally give you a good vibe. You see what I'm saying? So rather than just going, I'm from California and I just came from New York City, right? You'd be like, I'm just California and I just came from New York City. Like, pauses. Now, you don't have to fucking talk like that the whole time. You could just change the pace, but add a few pauses here and there and then give you more depth. The ninth thing, don't answer a question. You don't have to question every question that he answers. You don't have to answer every question that he asks. If he asks you where you from, right, you don't have to respond to that question. All you gotta do is just be like, so where you from? Wait a minute, the other day I saw the best. And you change the topic. Why? Because what's gonna happen is that in his mind, he's gonna be like, fuck, where is she from? You guys could be talking about something banal, but in his mind, he wants that question answered. So what you're doing here is that you allow him to be curious about you underneath the surface at a subconscious level. Number 10, don't compliment on what he was born with. Compliment him on what he worked for. I learned that from talking to women, wherein I learned not to compliment women on what they, how good looking they are. But rather on what she worked for. So rather than saying, damn girl, look at that. Damn girl, look at that body. You got the booty of a black girl. Damn girl, your booty is cute and snooty. You don't have to say that. First of all, that's fucked up, right? I don't say that to girls. But you know the gist of it. So a compliment that I would say is, man, yo, excuse me, I saw you. I love the way your dress complements your outfit. Or I love the way your hair complements your complexion. Or I love the way your shoes complement your outfit. It looks like you put a lot of thought to it. You see, you don't say that to a guy, but you can say to a guy like, oh, cool, I like the way you have a very laid back style to you, man. It seems like you put a lot of thinking into it. And so you compliment him on something that he worked for, or you compliment on something that he's insecure about. Like, let's say for me, I play basketball, right? And I'm a decent basketball player, but if you see me play basketball, you're like, oh, I like the way you play. I notice that you really put a lot of thinking into it, or I notice that you play very smart. It's very unique. That's a better compliment than you telling me, oh, I love your channel, because it's a compliment that I don't get that often. Number 11, be playful. Randomly act like, for example, like I love, like, you gotta be playful, right? You gotta shed the adult exterior that you have and be playful when you're flirting with a guy, all right? So for example, like randomly act like you're falling asleep. For example, he's like, yeah, man, you know, like I have a YouTube channel, and you're like, hey, what are you doing? No, I'm just kidding with you. Anyways, keep talking. Like you're randomly acting like you're falling asleep, right? Or asking yourself like a question of, what would he do if I do this? Like, for example, what would he do if I just acted like I'm falling asleep and just see what happens, all right? Or asking yourself, what are you gonna do if I do this? For example, like he's talking, yeah, I have a YouTube channel. And you're like, I don't care. I don't care. You're just like seeing how he reacts, such as seeing how he reacts. Number 12, fluctuate your energy level and tonality to change your vibe. All right, so a lot of women, they're too very laser focused on one vibe. You know, oh my God, I'm so happy and all that shit, right? Cool, but it gets boring after a while. You see, so you want to fluctuate. You don't want to just be nice. You want to learn how to have a little sexuality. I learned this from a girl that I was on a date with, and this girl, like, she was very nice and friendly throughout the whole conversation, and then suddenly she just slowed down and whispered to my, and she was like, but I love blah blah blah. Like she lowered her voice, got into my ear, and just like that, and I was like, whoa. I did not see this. I'm like, I want more of that. So it's because she set the pattern of nice, sexual, and then nice. It showed me what's ahead, even though nothing happened. Tears. But it worked. Like, I'm still thinking about that. You see, for example, it's kind of like you could be talking very nice and cool. By the way, then you slow down. And I gotta tell you this. I absolutely love when people tell me this, because it's just so fucking hot, you know what I'm saying? But look, anyways, did you hear that show that yesterday? And you just changed the topic. You see what I'm saying? Number 13, use your body language to flirt, right? So this is the thing, right? Okay, so for example, like using your body language to flirt is not about like just fucking jiggling and shit. No. What I'm talking about is more like, for example, like saying, if he says, yeah, I like Dragon Ball Z. You like Dragon Ball Z? That's it. I can't do it. You just look away like that. And you let him react. What are you doing? Nope, we're done. I'm kidding with you. I'm seriously. Well, you like Dragon Ball Z? You see, like, you like acting like you're losing interest. Or he says, oh yeah, I like Dragon Ball Z. What? That's it. We're done. I'm kidding with you. Number 14, say the opposite. For example, like saying the opposite, I found this out because I was experimenting, right? Like flirting with waitresses and all that sort of stuff. So what I found out is that one of the best ways to actually flirt with people is to catch them off guard. If they ask you, so how can I help you today? Man, I can't be helped, man. Like that was horrible. That was horrible, right? Let me read off the notes. So if he asks you, where are you from? Okay, perfect. So if he asks you where you're from, you're like, oh, I'm from Africa. Let's say you're a white girl, right? And he's like, so where you from? Africa. South Africa? No, I'm from the Congo. What? You see what I'm saying? Or if a girl tells me, so what are you? Oh, white. I just have a good tan. Like, you know, the opposite of how I would look. You see what I'm saying? Or if he asks you, so for example, like saying, by the way, just to let you know, I'm actually a man. You just can't notice. I just happen to have like a feminine apple thing. You're like, for real, you're a man? Yeah, I'm a man. It sounds good, right? It's convincing, right? That I say that because it happened to me. A girl did that to me. Like she like for a good minute, she made me think she was a man. The total opposite of what a girl would do. But guess what? She was like, nah, I'm just playing with you. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. 15, intentionally make it awkward. This one is more about when you're on a date, right? So for example, if you want to make the date much better, or at least give the perception of the date one extremely good, do this. And I'm telling you, when I say this, this fucking works. I do this often sometimes. Not often, but I do it just to fuck with people. For example, you guys meet, oh my God, hey, how are you? I'm like, hey, what's up? You guys sit down, and you as a girl, stay quiet. So how you been? Just do it for like 20 seconds or even a minute. So what you been up to? This is good for when you know the guy likes you. Okay, do this when you know the guy likes you. You just stay quiet. You just look at him like, you're like, what the fuck? Like, you're gonna say anything? Just hold it there. Just hold it. Nah, just kidding with you. Anyways, blah 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 blah. Right. The reason why this is good because it gives them an initial awkwardness, right? And so what's gonna happen is that because now you're acting normal, now the interaction is much better. Not because of its essence, but because of the contrast. Number 16, disqualify. Disqualification is all about telling him that it looks like you and him will not get along. You see what I'm saying? So this is just about playfully insinuating that both of you wouldn't work out. Like saying, you know what, you're like saying you're such a player, me and you would never work out, and just looking away, right? Or saying, you're just too nice for me. We would never work out. I'll corrupt you. Like stuff like that, or saying I don't know, like saying like I'm like you seem too focused. I would definitely distract you. Like, and me and you would just never get along. But the reason why that works is because you're telling him we would never get along, or we will always argue. We end up on Jerry Springer. It'll make him say, wait a minute, what? What? No, we would definitely get along. I think me and you will definitely get along. We're like, why? And then now he's qualifying himself. Now he's telling you why you guys will work. Now he's putting effort. Now he's convincing himself that he likes you. Number 17, have natural qualifiers. I found this out because, of course, me gaming, wherein I found out that the best way to communicate something is to communicate it at a subconscious level. So what I did is that I began thinking about things that I know that I value in a woman, right? And so then I began asking her about it. For example, I would ask, so let me ask you this, what kind of books you read? And she says, I don't read that much. Oh, okay. Like I don't act like I'm like disinterested, or I don't act like I'm disappointed. I just act like myself. Why? Because naturally I love girls who read books. And so guess what? If she doesn't read books, I'm gonna naturally be disappointed. I don't need to fucking put the effort to show that. It's just naturally. So what happens? He's gonna tell at a very subconscious level that you're disappointed. He's gonna tell naturally. You just don't force it. Don't force it. Like don't try to act. Oh. No, just, oh, okay. All right, yeah, I like to read a lot. You see, like, he'll naturally be like, oh, fuck. But I like to listen to audiobooks. He'll say something like that. You see? Number 18, bring awareness to your breath. When you're talking to the guy, notice the way I was talking in the whole video, right? Now, what I'm going to do right now is notice my breath, right? So what tends to happen is that when you notice your breath, it forces you to slow down, you see? So it gives you a more balanced and more harmonious energy to you. So if you're a woman and you're known to be very highly energetic or highly masculine, noticing your breath will give you a hint of femininity. You see, as a guy, if I'm naturally an energetic guy, noticing my breath will naturally give me a more masculine energy because it slows me down, you see. So noticing your breath also allows you to focus in the present moment, let go of insecurity, drop defensiveness, and be in the present. And so guys are gonna feel you're focusing more. The way you speak is gonna be more hypnotic, and above all, you're gonna be more at an equilibrium. Having that equilibrium gives you that perfect mentality to be able to deal with rejection, deal with him liking you, but all without you overly reacting, which is to say, feeling like shit when he says no to you, or feeling overly excited when he likes you. But rather, your response is gonna be appropriate to the present moment. 19, intentionally disagree. I love doing this. It fucks with people. For example, like asking him, so what do you like? So what's your favorite color? My favorite color is yeah. Like let's say I'm the guy and I'm doing this to the girl, right? I'll be like, so what's your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. I hate blue. What's your favorite country? No, or like what's your favorite TV show? I love Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I hate the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. So what's your favorite movie? I love Inception. I hate Inception. What the fuck? What are you doing? I'm just messing with you, man. I'm just fucking with you, man. Not seriously, I love Inception. It's actually one of my favorite movies. You see, and so it shows that you're just fucking with him. And if a guy is actually trying to impress you, this is gonna work even more deeper. Number 20, use the absence of physical contact to make him chase, right? So I do this often, right? Let's say I'm talking to a girl, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I'm actually just, I'm awesome, blah, 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 blah. We're having an interaction. So what I do is this, right? I'll be like, just keep talking. And while I'm like, while I'm massaging her hand, and then what I'll do is this: I'll intentionally ask a question that she will naturally say no to. For example, I'll be like, if I know she doesn't do yoga, I'll be like, so do you do yoga? No. What? That's it. Drop the hand. That's it. We're done. What the fuck? What? Nah, I'm just kidding with you. Or like, nah, I love girls who do yoga, man. But I do Pilates. Oh, for real? Right? And so the reason why you're doing this is because you're creating that comfortable feeling of getting massage in your hand, and then you're just dropping it whenever he does something that's wrong. It creates that kind of like reward and that like punishment. You see what I'm saying? And the last one, meditate. Meditate, motherfuckers, twice a day. Meditate because it'll take away a lot of insecurity. It'll allow you to be more present. Above all, it'll allow you to become your own source of positive emotion. And the crazier thing is that the more you meditate, the happier you are, and the more you laugh, and the more playful you'll be, which will help with your dating and your flirting. Anyways, this is 21 ways to flirt much better with guys so that you could get him to like you back. This is Alex from mindfulattraction.org. If you guys need one-on-one coaching, just go to mindfulattraction.org/endgamecoaching. If you guys want to attend my seminar, just go click on the link below and you guys will see it. All right, ladies. So finally, I have released my second course for women, which is natural chemistry. This course is a 5-week course. 5-week course where every week you're gonna get a new set of videos based on specific issues. This course is all about how to create and maintain the attraction in any man. This will help you create love. This will help you deepen the love with your man. This is not about manipulation. This is not about playing games. This is genuine natural chemistry. No more short-term partners, no more being fooled. Why? Because I will reveal to you not only how to create attraction in the first week, but also how to understand male nature, how to understand their tricks, how to prevent from being too attached, signs that he's the wrong guy, signs that he's a narcissist, signs that he's a mama's boy, signs that he's an emotionally available guy, emotionally unavailable guy. We go over everything. We go over this 3rd week, setting boundaries. We go over the 3rd week, controlling your emotions, right? Setting boundaries, 4th week, 5th week, embracing your masculine and the feminine, right? And on top of that, I have over 10 different bonuses. 10 different bonuses. My Lord have mercy, right? With a money back guarantee. The bonus are 1, the natural chemistry, over 10 hours of content, right? The breakup formula, how to deal with a breakup, right? The connecting with your man, right? Establishing a life of abundance, social mastery, understanding your dark side, the goal setting seminar, which is about how to set and achieve goals, practical mastery that will teach you how to master anything, the laws of human nature. I have a book club for the laws of human nature with over 4 hours of content, right? The transformational seminar in a pocket, which is my mindfulness seminar, and the Chase audiobook. This originally is $1,800, but you get it starting at $97, ladies and gentlemen, right? $97. We have different packages, but all of this starts at $97. And you know what? You can check it out for free if you want. Yeah, for all the freeloaders, I have free videos just for you. Free videos, all right? So you could just check it out for free and then you could get out. Nothing wrong with that, all right? So, and on top of that, it comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. No questions asked. That's right. No questions asked. I don't mind. I just want you guys to check it out because I know when you take one look, you're going to want to buy it. I can promise you. Just like my other course, the psychological game of attraction, it was a hit. You're going to love this one. This one is not about manipulation. This is genuine natural chemistry. Order it now, all right? I'll see you guys inside. Peace out.